What is up, guys? Back with another video. Technically my first video, but today, guys, we are going to be talking about the best traveling companions Ash has had. So Ash has had a total of, alright, he technically has a total of 17 traveling companions, but we haven't finished. Well, Journeys, the season hasn't concluded, so it's still going on. So I'm not doing Go in this, but next one, if I make another one, I'll have him in it. But we're only doing 16 today. So, continuing my story, Ash has had a lot of traveling companions. And so, yeah, I'm going to review them all and see which ones are the best. Alright, number 16, I put Iris. I put Iris here because Iris, I have a personal hatred against Iris, but I'll take that out of this situation right now. Iris was not a really good character because she didn't have a big part in his journey. The universe journey, Ash kind of it felt like Ash kind of restarted his journey, and she was always calling him a kid in every episode, and it started to get annoying by the 10th episode. And so, and she had no character development at all, except when she battled, his name was Drayden. Yeah, then when she battled Drayden again. And yeah, he really had no she really had no character development at all. Number 15, to put Sophocles. Sophocles, in my opinion, was a crybaby. He was not a really good trainer, and he would always he was sometimes in episodes he would have a tantrum or cry about something, but he wasn't really a good character because he didn't really have any character development except in the episode where they were dealing with those star Pokemon. I don't remember what they're called, but that episode he had a big part in. But none of the other episodes he had a big part in, the other Alola cast. Number 14, I put Silent. I put Silent here because Silent didn't really have a lot of character development per se. I mean, he had development in which he became a better connoisseur, and I guess you could say in some ways, but he really had no development at all. He helped Ash throughout his journey, but Silent didn't have any really good character development. Number 13, I put Max. I put Max here because Max was just kind of a know-it-all to me. He just kind of was a brat. He was May's little brother, and he knew a lot about Pokemon, but whenever he said something about Pokemon, he said it in a kind of smart way, which but with an attitude. So it was kind of he was kind of calling everyone stupid. So I didn't really like him as a character as the other fourth companion that was higher up in the list. Number 12, I put Malo. I put Malo here because I feel like she didn't have a ton of character development, but she had more character development than Sophocles. But yeah, she had some development when she saw her mom in the fog when they were on Ula Ula Island, I think it's called. But yeah, she had some development there, and she's having development where she works at the restaurant every day, and she's trying to make it better now. But yeah, she had some development, but not a ton. Number 11, I put Lana. I put Lana here because Lana is just she was kind of there. She had more development than the other two, but in which way she had development where she caught Kyogre, which was, I think, it was her dream, and so she had the dream for something else. Which later on, I think when she was leaving, she went with her dad on a fishing trip to go find Mampy, whatever it was, the Pokemon's called. But yeah, she didn't really have a lot of character development. None of the Alola cast had a lot of character development, which was not that great for the series. Number 10 is Tracy. I put Tracy here because I feel I actually kind of like Tracy. Tracy was he was a decent character. If you didn't replace if he didn't replace Brock for a season, I would feel like he would be a much liked more character. I mean, if they put him in Sinnoh instead of Brock, and Brock like went up to become his doctor after Hoenn, then I would feel like more people would have liked him. But the fact that he replaced Brock for only one season and he didn't really have any character development, I feel like he was not a really good like character. All right. Also, does anyone like think it's weird how he just disappeared after Black and White? Like he kind of like he was just gone after the Sinnoh series, and we're going into Black and White. Whenever Ash would like call Professor Oak, Tracy was gone. He wasn't there in Chaos. He wasn't there in Unova. I mean, no, not Unova. Wasn't there in Alola, and he's not there for Journeys. Like I'm surprised that they didn't at least put him in the series when Ash went back to Kanto on like the field trip when he was in Alola. They didn't even put him there. He just kind of like vanished. I want to know what happened to Tracy, because I actually kind of like Tracy. Number 9 is Lily. Lily was one of the best characters in the Alola cast because she had a lot of character development. She had the fact that she couldn't even touch Pokemon in the beginning of the series because when she was little, she almost got stolen by Ultra Beast, and that scarred her for like not for life, but until she learned like the like Pokemon again. And so she had the character development, learning to touch all Pokemon, and also she had like the development when she was trying to fix up Magearna to find her dad. So that's why I actually put Lily here, because she had a ton of character development and was also a good character for the Alola cast. Number 8, I put Misty. I put Misty here because I feel like Misty she was a good character to start off with Ash's team, but not his team, but his traveling companions. But I feel like she wasn't the best character, the best traveling companion he's had. A lot of people like Misty because like the fact that she liked Ash and like people think she's like a good character. I don't really like Misty because she was kind of like an Iris but a better version. She was always mean to Ash and like would bully him and say like he was like trash and stuff. But she liked him in the end, which was like kind of weird. So yeah, this is why I kind of put her at the number 8 spot. Number 7 is Kiawah. I put Kiawah at number 7 because he was probably the best the best companion in the Alola region in the Alola series, because he had a lot of character development, and 2, he was one of Ash's rivals technically. So once I make my rival list, I'll probably put him in there. But he's also a traveling companion technically. So I like him. I like him. I like him the most out of the Alola series because he was like he always battled Ash, and he was good. Like he was a good rival for Ash because he was a strong trainer, but he also like he beat Ash sometimes. But I like the fact that he is training now to become a Island Kahuna, because I was wondering what Kiawah would do once like Ash had to leave Alola, and it's actually good how he's like following in his grandpa's steps. Number 6 is Dawn. I put Dawn at number 6 because she was a really good traveling companion Ash has had, and I liked like the way she was in contests, but she didn't like kind of bring contests into the Pokemon anime because there was another character who brung it, the concept. But she was still a really good character. I really liked her Piplup because her Piplup was kind of like the comedian of the series. He was always like come out of his Pokeball whenever he was in there, and like it would be funny because he was always like try to battle these super strong Pokemon, or like he was like some like little tiny thing. So it was that was like a really funny concept, and that's why. And going back to why I like Dawn as a character because she was she was also entertaining like to watch with them, and she helped Ash on his journey. And I like the fact that they have like their signature high five that her and Ash have, and they always do it whenever they see each other. And when she came back to Unova, I think she did, and wait, did she come back to Unova? Yeah, I think she came back to Unova, and when she did, she gave him like the high five. So I think that was a really cool concept. Number five, I put May. I put May here because May also has a lot of character development. She came from not liking Pokemon to like really liking them, and she also brought the concept of contests into the Pokemon anime, which was really cool because we've not had something else like that. We've only had the Pokemon League, like in Johto and Kanto. You've had the Pokemon League and like nothing else. So it was really cool in Hoenn to bring Pokemon contests into the concept of the show. I also liked her as a character because she was a really strong trainer and was like kind of Ash's to say like kind of she was like a sister, I would say. Um, but yeah, so she was like a kind of sister to Ash, I would say, because would sometimes fight, but in the end they like each other as friends. Yeah, so that's like why I put May at number five. Number four, I have Bonnie. I like Bonnie as a character because one, she was a better version of Max, and two, she was cool how she had Zygarde, well, Squishy, for the last season. It was fun. It was cool how she cared for Squishy and all that. I also liked her as a character because she was like always like happy and she was always trying to find her brother like a wife, which was like a really funny concept. So that's why I really like Bonnie. One last thing why I like Bonnie is because I feel like she has the potential to come back. Because when she gave that speech at the end of the XYZ series, when everyone was like leaving and Tadene ran off and was hiding, I really liked that speech because it had a feel to that she would come back and battle both Serena in a contest and Ash in a battle. So I could see her coming back later in maybe the Journey series. Number three, I have Clement. I have Clement at number three because I feel like he was a really, really good character. Because he started off not having a lot of confidence and like he was kind of like a kind of like a quirky smart kid, I would say. Not saying anything against that, but he was kind of like that, and he like I showed him like about all courage and all that, which I liked, and also he when he left because Ash was going to challenge his gym next, and Clement left to train at the gym. I like that because not no one like that's never happened before where Ash has like had a traveling companion that he hasn't battled yet in a gym battle. Because when Brock was a gym leader and Ash battled him before he was on his journey with Brock, and he battled Misty when Misty was on his when before Misty went on the journey, and he battled Silent with Silent wasn't traveling with Ash yet. So so it was cool how a companion left to go train before Ash came because they knew that Ash was a really powerful trainer. And I feel like that was one of Ash's best and coolest gym battles because one, it was against like a really powerful trainer, and two, it was one of his companions that's also made it cooler. And the last thing I'm gonna say about Clement is that he was he was like a he was eventually like at the end of the X and Y Z series, he became a really like strong trainer, which was like helped him. It's probably gonna help him later on when he's like being a gym leader. All right, for number one and two, this was hard because I really like both of these characters, but I like one more than the other. So That's why I Brock at 2. Alright. For number 2, I have Brock. Brock is probably one of the funniest characters that, in my opinion, that's ever been in the Pokemon anime. He's just like a funny character. Like one of his like funniest lines is, "I like the drying pan." That was like really funny. And he was also a really good traveling companion because he was kind of like a father figure for Ash. Like Ash was like just starting off his journey, and Brock was like a I think Brock was like 15, I think he is. But yeah, he Brock already knew like a lot of stuff about Pokemon. And so he helped Ash a lot before he left and at the end of Sinnoh. He helped him a lot through all that time. And it's really cool. It was really kind of bad when they brought him back in Sun and Moon because he kind of left in the first episode he was there, which I didn't like because I wanted to see more of Brock, but then he kind of left. So that was bad. They should have had him in a bigger part. But Brock is also just a really funny character because every time he sees quotation mark beautiful girl, he is always like trying to chase her, trying to like date them or marry them, whatever he wants to do. And so that was a really funny part. I never want to have Serena. I like Serena as a character because she had a lot of character development. She started off her journey because she saw that Ash was is in chaos, and she wanted to like give him back his handkerchief, but also she had like a crush on him, so she wanted to see him again. But which led to Ash asking her to be on a journey with him, which she accepted, and so she was like one of the best traveling companions. But let me get into that. So she had a lot of character development because she she started off like not like really caring and not wanting to be on a journey. But then once she heard of the concept of Pokemon, I think they were called competitions or whatever they were called. I forget what they were called. As you probably guys can probably tell, I didn't really study on this video. I have a video that's in copyright strike right now, and I've been working on that. So that'll probably come on like later on. And so going back to talking about Serena, yeah. So when she got introduced to Shauna, and when Shauna was telling her about the competition, she wanted to try that out. And when she liked it, she lost her first contest, which triggered her to change her look, which was also one of the first things that ever happened in with one of the traveling companions, where they changed their look mid-season, which Serena was like the first to do. So that was also a really cool concept. And the really cool concept was the whole like armor shipping thing. I really liked that because it was the first time like a girl has actually like showed like affection to Ash other than Misty, but Misty didn't really show like an affection. So that was a really cool part, and like, but going back to that's for like another video. But going back to talking about why she was a good character, she also had really cool like development because her mom wanted her to be like a Reinhardt racer, but she didn't want to be that because she didn't like it really, and she ventured off on her journey and figured out about like the contest or whatever they were called, and her dream then was to become Carlos Queen. So she told her mom that, and like her mom was like, "You'll drop it in like a week, or like you'll drop it eventually." And she was telling her like you won't like it or stuff like that. And so they had like a race and on Skiggly. I don't remember what the Pokemon's name is, but it was a pre-evo from a Go-Go, and she. And yeah, she won on those, and then like that proved that she wanted, like she really would like their dream, and also she was like she learned a lot of things on her journey with Ash, in the other companions. She learned how to I think she learned how to do the laundry. She learned how to cook. She kind of like once she cut her hair, she kind of grew up. I would say because once when she had longer hair, she was kind of still like a kid. But once she cut her hair, she matured a lot. And I'm hoping she comes back because that's probably the most requested traveling companion to come back, and I really think they should make her come back. But not just for the more shipping part of it. I feel like they should have her come back. Just like they should have her come back because I want to see more character development out of her. Not just for the. I really want her to come back as a more shipping, but I also because I feel like her and Ash are just meant to be together. But I also want to see more character development out of her, and it would be really cool to bring back a traveling companion. I feel like they should also bring back Tracy because Tracy's I don't know I might start a thing RIP Tracy because Tracy might have died, but we don't know that. They should at least bring Tracy back, but I'm getting sidetracked. But yeah, that's it for my traveling companion. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. If the subscribe button's red, make it gray. It's not that hard. Alright guys, have a good day. Peace.